from the 2014 Mutant booth at Body Power UK. Big Ron Partlow, I'm back with the last episode of the day. Hey. Look who I got. They were just wandering around like a bunch of stray dogs.
Yes.
Got DLB
wandering around.
Rob, the world-renowned rock star Bailey on the show.
International rock star Rob Bailey.
Now, I noticed we were talking about microphone holding strategies.
Get away from me.
She has a very seminar way of holding her microphone. You have more of a...
I tuck my pinky.
Hey, I tuck mine too.
You tuck your pinky?
We both tuck our pinkies.
Tuck the pinky.
See, everybody, that's how it's done. You guys see it right there. That's how Rob Bailey holds his microphone. You know what's going to happen now is all the 18-year-olds that are in bands or they're singing with rap groups, they're going to be like, that's the Rob Bailey grip, and they're going to do that now. Yeah. It's going to happen. You have to do a shirt with a hand holding a microphone with the pinky twisted under, and you write something on it. I don't know what you'll write on it. You'll come up with something.
Something.
There you go. Let's open with your stuff, your shit. The No Sleep, No Balance campaign that
we're wearing hats.
Yeah, you got the No Balance stuff on. Now you guys,
you got No Balance.
You guys often talk about, work or die, never stop working, hustle, all that stuff.
Yes,
so, I really like the No Sleep, One Sleep is a Thief, all the stuff you've been putting out lately.
Yeah.
When did that, when did the balance with the line through it? I like the hat.
It started when we didn't sleep.
No, I think it was somebody made a post on Facebook about finding balance or something like that, and I'd always been so against it because I feel like the second you find that perfect balance is when you're like, okay, this is life now. This is like we found a balance like that when we were 24, I think, and then real quick we were like, no, we're not doing it. Like the second
it was boring.
Yeah. When you're at that balanced, like comfortable life, you're not progressing, I don't think.
Right, because progress would lean in a direction.
Yeah, and everyone chases balance, and I understand that. That's the big thing is, we need to get more balance in our life. We need to do this, and I mean we've both just made a commitment to say like fuck that. We don't need the vacation. We don't need a balanced friendships. We don't need to see this person. We don't need the appropriate amount of sleep. Because we have really important things we want to do.
Yeah. So how much sleep do you guys actually get?
I get a little more. I sleep.
You're the competitor. You need to get some.
I have to sleep a little bit.
We
go to bed at like 2, wake up. He'll be awake by like 5, 6 o'clock.
He's already up and working.
Already. It's like, for him, it's like
we have the car shop downstairs.
Yeah, we have a car shop.
It sucks because... my crew starts work at 7 a.m. and then we'll work, a little bit of training, and at 10 a.m. the car shop kicks up full steam, and they go until 4.
Right.
So at 2, 3 a.m. I need to be like, hey guys, I'm going to sleep, and while they're still working. So normally I just stay up, but then the rest of my crew gets back in at 7.
Yeah.
So it's normally a 3 to 4 hour little nap.
About that.
So that's as much sleep as I get when I'm jet lagged in another continent, halfway around the world. That's just how you live normally.
That's a normal basis.
That's
a lot of fat burners and coffee.
Okay, I was just going to ask, do you have a lot of recycling of energy drinks and stuff like that?
Yes.
We have maybe a monster.
Too much.
Maybe you need a mega $1 million monster contract.
Monster, if you're listening.
Yeah, there you go.
So without going into too much detail,
He's already on it. I knew it.
No, we were on it, but our contact that was putting the deal together got in a lot of trouble outside of that. So I think it just squashed our contract.
Oh, yeah. Don't you hate it when the contact just...
Yeah, the contact ends up in
a
lot of legal
Leavenworth.
trouble. And next thing you know...
He's in jail right now,
So I think they just assume that we're legal trouble people too.
Right. Well, you guys told me something backstage that I wanted to make sure we brought up. We joked about you guys have an endless amount of clothing, and she said that she's got all the shirts that she cuts up.
I do.
So why don't you tell everybody?
This one's actually not cut.
That one's uncut. That's right off the rack.
This is a tank top already.
That's stock.
Stock as is.
Unmodified.
Yes.
So tell everybody what you're going to do with the shirts that you cut up and train in.
So I have a shit ton of shirts, and on Instagram I follow a lot of pit bull rescues because my passion is dog. I love my dogs.
Yep.
All of our dogs were all rescued, so they all have a history behind them. So that's my little soft spot, is puppies and taking care of them. So I follow this one. It's a New York Bully Crew out of New York,
yep.
and they pick up, it's a no-kill shelter. So they'll pick up dogs from other shelters that are a kill shelter, because if dogs don't get, especially pit bulls, if they don't get adopted or rescued, they get put down after so many days. So they go, they pick them up, and then they'll take calls, and they have a lot of dogs that they got out of fighting rings, a lot of neglected dogs, and a lot of dogs they find on the streets with all sorts of problems. And it's all, they just take donations.
They have an Instagram too, don't they? That's what I've seen, is the New York Bully Crew,
yeah. New York Bully. So I am going to be selling all of my shirts, because I get, like, every time we have a release, I get more shirts.
Well, you know the owner.
I do.
You have a sponsor.
I have a sponsor. His name is Rob. So I have like a billion shirts that I've worn like once, maybe twice, and everyone always wants to know like how I cut my shirts, because I guess for some reason it's really hard.
You have a special way to cut them.
I guess.
She does, actually.
You do the deep armpit cut, don't you?
She does this weird cut, and then she like folds up the bottom. It's
not that
cutting up.
complicated.
I've ruined
really
a lot of
isn't.
shirts trying to do the armpit cut.
Well,
I've
I
wrecked
guess
a
other
lot of
people
shirts.
have too. So
She's a
I am
professional.
going to be auctioning off my old shirts. They are washed.
Are they washed?
They are washed.
We were talking about whether that was a good idea or not. It might be worth
it's
more.
illegal if they're not.
Well, is it
gross if they're not?
It's
it is,
gross.
yeah. You're right. This is bodybuilding, though.
Totally creepy. So I'm going to auction them off. Highest bidder will get a shirt, and then all proceeds will go to my rescue of choice. So we're going to start off with the New York crew, and then next time we might pick a different rescue.
Sweet. I did a guest posing last year. I did 2 guest posings, and all the money that I got, I gave to the Scars, which is like the dog rescue in my area up in Canada. So yeah, I know that's awesome. That's why I thought I wanted to bring it up. You know.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So
it's a good idea.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I know people who are personally involved with the Scars organization. You know, they're going out to these really rural areas where there's, really neglected dogs, and sometimes they're just kind of, taking them, liberating them, so to speak. And they have a really great Facebook page, and they show them, cleaning up the dogs and finding them families, and then they put updates up a month later, and, it's really cool. So that's awesome. And I'm impressed, and I think that everyone's going to, be even more, relatable to you guys with the dog thing, How many dogs do you guys have?
We have... Well, 2 are personally ours, but we have 4 altogether. We have Mr. Mo, we have Jada, Debo, and my baby angel Kaya.
There you go.
She's my baby.
Okay, now we want to come train at the Warhouse.
All right.
We have begun the Mutant on a Mission series. We filmed our first episode at Dino's Gym here in Birmingham. We found a really good hardcore hidden gem of a gym that no one had ever filmed at before. It had a great story. The guy that owns it was awesome. He's going to come on the show on Sunday. Just a character that just loves bodybuilding for 30 years. And so we want to find hidden gems. We want to go to some big gyms, and then we want to go to some exclusive gyms that no one else gets to train at. You know what I mean? So we want to come to the Warhouse. So we're officially saying that we're going to get on a plane and come, and you guys have to let us in when we get there. We'll agree on a day. And if Dana, if you want to pound a workout, or Rob wants to pound a workout, I don't know how you guys want to do it. But we're going to come when you're in really good shape, so you get some camera shots in. And we're going to have a lot of fun. You could show us the equipment you had made. Yeah. The whole purpose of the Mutant on a Mission series is to tell the story of the gym.
I like it.
It's not about it's not about being a good bodybuilder or anything like that. It's about the passion that goes into the homemade equipment and the pieces that have been restored 10 times because they don't want to throw them away, and that sort of stuff. The pieces that have been rescued, equipment rescue charity. I'm sure there's one out there. So that's what Mutant on a Mission is about, just finding places that are really pure, bodybuilding in all hearts. So we want to come to the Warehouse and be the first guys to to do that sort of thing where you guys train. So
that would be cool.
Yeah,
Definitely.
so that's going to be an episode. We've got it in ink on our list of things to do this year. So we would be really happy to come out there.
You're welcome to come.
Yeah, you bet. Now, what's going on with your music, Rob?
Oh, I don't know.
You sang live this year.
I did.
Yeah, buddy.
Now, it's hard to believe that you sold over 250,000 albums and you'd never sang live. Just think of how many people...
And he was so nervous.
I had never held a microphone.
Never held a microphone.
It was all studio. So I recorded in the studio, right? All the albums, they sell great, no record label nonsense like that. See, right there on the phone, he has it.
There you go.
There it is.
Battle tested.
So listen, Friday, Kai was like, we should pose together. So they posed together, and it was like this super epic.
Yeah, everyone was freaking out.
Almost like a couple's posing.
Everyone was freaking out. You guys did a great job, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We did not. That was off the whim.
Yeah, no, you guys working.
So Saturday, they slightly choreographed, and then it was like 2 hours before they were going on, and they were like, you should come on live after, like, as we're posing.
So did you have an instrumental version of your track?
No.
Okay.
They just turned my microphone up, so I yelled over
Louder.
it.
So you had like a backing track, I guess.
Sang over it.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
And I was like, well, I don't have an instrumental. You know, I've never done this before. And they're like, you know, quit being a pussy. And Kai was like,
Pretty much.
how often do you have this opportunity? And I was like, shit.
And when Kai says
Like,
that to you,
when Kai
you're like,
looks at me
well,
and tells me it's a good idea. I was like, all right.
he gives you something about life presenting, choices
Yeah, he gave
to
me
you.
some like
and
really intense,
deep
Yeah.
sort of
phrase, and I was like,
philosophical situation that you can't say no
so
to.
I have to do it. Yeah, and so they did theirs, and they put me up in the back, and then I was sort of a surprise. And they asked me beforehand. They said, "Do you want to run through a dry run?" But there was about 10 people in there, and there's all the lights on. I said, "All right." And as soon as I hit like my first note on the microphone, I was like, "No, I'm too nervous to do a dry run. I'll just wing it."
I needed a lot more crowd noise.
Yeah, I need the lights dimmed.
This one. Yeah.
But it was cool. It was really, really cool. I don't know if it's something we're gonna keep doing, but it was an experience, man.
That's funny. It's almost like someone having a world championship physique without ever having stepped on stage or something like that. Like the fact that you've never held a microphone and have sold so many albums on iTunes.
I don't have any time to perform or practice, because I've never taken it. Not that I haven't taken it seriously, but it's never been like a priority.
Yeah, it was.
I have other things that are bigger priority.
Yeah.
I just do that because I like it.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it was like, no, this is real, dude. People like this. And the biggest thing I was worried about was screwing up what they had going on, because
we don't mess up.
Were you worried she was going to crack up laughing at you or anything like that?
I'm a professional.
Kai Green's sort of popular, right?
Sort of.
Yeah,
And
kind
he's
of.
sort of a really good poser.
Yeah.
And she's sort of popular, and they're doing their thing, and then all of a sudden it's like, hey, and here comes her husband.
And you're out there just winging something for the first
screaming.
time,
That's how we do it. We just.
So that's what I was worried about. I was
We're
worried
people
about
that
screwing
don't
up something
just
epic.
talk about things. We had told Kai, we actually talked about this like a long time ago. We're like, you know what? Like guest posing's awesome and all, but like it's like the same thing. You see a big dude up there, he puts on some metal and he's like, raw, raw. And like, or you get a Kai, like it's great, but we're like, we need to do something different. We joked about like having a tank and I'd come out in a tank, but then we said like, no, like we should like perform live and you guest pose and like it would be him and Chuck, like Charlie House will be there.
Yeah.
So we talked about it. So then that's when I brought it up. I was like, remember we talked about this? We're not people that just talk about shit. We do it. So that sort of got him.
That line is what
how
got
did the
us.
crowd react? Did they have any clue? No, was word out?
No,
was there any sort
me and
of...
Kai were like trying to like point to the back because they're all like staring at us and we're just like, no, we're waiting for him to come up.
Well, because
like,
I came up from the back, so they heard my song come on and they went
so
crazy.
like, oh yay!
And then when I got on
they're all
stage,
facing this way.
that's when they got very excited.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. So, Olympia. We can't let you guys go without, bringing up the world championship that you are defending this year.
Makes me have anxiety.
I don't want to mention it casually at the very end.
Oh yeah, just like.
Yeah, what's the plan? You got to defend your title.
Of course.
Well, how do you feel about that?
It makes me nervous.
You know what? She even it gets nervous whenever you talk about, hey, you're Miss Olympia. She gets nervous.
That
People
sounds
say,
weird.
Why don't you sign it? And she's like, oh goodness. It's just she has so much respect for the title that it makes her.
Gives
very
me
nervous.
My heart's already started pounding really fast thinking about it.
Right.
Honestly.
When do you settle down? I know you guys have just been
Pretty much
ridiculous.
after this, like we haven't been home in the last 5 months, so this is our last international trip.
It's funny how I see you guys more than I see some of my friends that live in the same city as me.
I've
seen
seen
you
you
more
than my own
in this
family.
year than I've seen my mom in the last 5 years.
Same.
How weird is that?
Same.
Yeah, but
And
your
you're from
parents
Canada.
at least
Yeah.
live far away. My parents live 20 minutes away, and I don't see them.
Okay.
So that's pretty bad. Sorry, Mom.
So you're gonna settle down. You're gonna
Yeah.
what I would say bullshit down tight.
Yeah.
You know?
Like right now, it's hard sticking. I've been missing the gym like 2-3 days a week, and like dieting. Like I ate twice today, and it's probably almost 5 or 6 o'clock, and that shouldn't happen. So once I'm home,
The glutes will be in early.
oh yeah. No, once I'm home, it's like go time.
How many weeks is your prep?
I mean, I pretty much prep all year. But
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it
obviously,
stays-
but-
So as soon as I get home,
But the
like,
part that you consider like
as soon as I get home,
Okay.
George, I'm gonna text George and be like, all right,
Which
go,
is how many weeks?
go
he's
time.
asking.
I don't know. I don't
Wait,
know.
she doesn't know when she gets home.
Yeah. Well, starting June.
Okay, there you go.
June.
July, August,
June.
into September. So
Yeah.
about 3.5 months. Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Okay, solid. Well, we love having you guys on. We love that we develop a friendship with you guys, and you guys like coming by the booth and coming on the show, and
Yeah.
it makes life a lot of fun around here.
Yeah.
So, we just want to keep it rolling. We want to come to the War House.
Absolutely.
I keep saying warehouse by accident.
Oh,
It's
war.
fine. I say it too. And my phone
Auto-corrects it.
always and then people correct me.
Yeah.
Like, listen, I'm not good with social.
I'm busy. I got one thumb typing on Instagram, and I'm driving or singing with the other one.
Yeah,
So-
I'm very busy.
Exactly.
Talk
There you go.
Pinkies.
Well, fresh new Pinky Tuck on the microphone, defending her Miss Olympia title, no sleep, fuck balance. Rob and Dana Lynn Bailey, live
At
on the Mutant
Mutant.
booth.
Better stop by Mutant.
Yeah, come by Mutant. 2014 Body Power UK. See you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
See you
I won't.
tomorrow.
We're not back tomorrow.
You guys can come by anytime
Hey,
you
you
want.
can also go to the Flagner Fail booth.
You guys can be
we're
like
over that way.
you can be the Kramer of the show. You can just walk out through the curtain.
Oh,
Hey,
see,
how's it going?
that's not what I thought, because everyone remembers the last thing Kramer did. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I remember.
I-
I was like, wait, you want me to do that?
I kind of let that slide.
Yeah.
Not
I don't want
that
to do
part.
that tomorrow.
Okay.
It'd be bad.
Thanks, guys. Body Power UK 2014. We're back tomorrow. Big Ron out.
See you guys.
Bye.